Alright guys, today I'm going to show you this little coop right here. This is our brooder, our outdoor brooder that we use. A lot of you have been interested in it, asking me kind of just to see a video of all of it combined, so I'm going to go through that with you right now. Okay, so this is our outdoor brooder. We have really enjoyed it. Honestly, it was kind of an off-the-whim thing. We didn't really have it in mind to build right away, but I needed an outdoor brooder. We had just renovated our basement, and to be quite honest with you, I am not a fan of chicks inside. So I needed something to get the chicks outside. But up off the ground if we needed it in the winter time, something that could keep them cool and warm. So we built this. What happened was we had this old doghouse. The bottom, the green part, is the part that was the old doghouse that was on this property when we first bought this property. So this bottom part is insulated up until about here. So everything you see that's not painted is what we added on. What my husband added on. He built it, not me. He's got the building skills. And so then we also added this hinged roof with some leftover roofing that we had sitting around. And so this hinged roof gives us the ability to put it down if it's raining or snowing. It goes all the way down. It even locks. If we have some pesky neighbors, I can lock it. And then it can fold all the way open as well. And you can see I have it hinged with a board. So it's sloped, you can see, slopes down, and that's so that the water runoff can come off. It does come out past the door so that the water is not coming down at the door. Okay, here's that lock I was telling you about. Locks at the top, comes all the way down. So inside, we do have electricity. We are not an off-grid homestead. We don't have any desire to be an off-grid homestead unless we have to be. That's just personal preference. Nothing wrong with being off-grid at all. We actually, I value a lot of off-grid homesteaders, a lot. But that's just not for us. It's just not our lifestyle that we really want to live. But that's okay too. So we do have the ability to have a heat lamp in this coop. Because it's insulated, it holds heat very well. Of course, safety is key. So we have a hook that this is actually hooked onto. We have a lot of space, and then we have a layer of chicken wire here. You can see my little quail and chick babies down in there. The chicken wire is for protection for both. So we don't want the quail or chicks or rabbits or whatever is in there at the time. This is also our medical mini coop. So if we need to separate somebody, they go in here. Which is also good to have a heat lamp. Heat does really well to heal animals that are ailing. But anyhow, so we have that chicken wire there to protect any animal from jumping up and hitting the heat lamp to knock it off. Or if the heat lamp, is jiggling around and falls. This is connected to a GFI. I think that's what it's called. My husband's the electrician, not me, but I think that's what he called it. A GFI cord, electrical cord, extension cord. So when this gets wet or anything like that, it turns off, which is a blessing and a curse all at the same time. But so in the summertime, when it's really hot in here, when it's in the 90s, this coop stays in the upper 80s. Okay, so these chicks have adapted to that. So today I do have the heat lamp bulb in here. That's just because it's been a cooler day. Normally, if it's really hot outside during the summertime, I just have a 60-watt bulb in there, and they do just fine. You can see that I have wire at the front door as well, so that they can actually integrate with the flock more quickly. And they get fresh air going. Fresh air is so important. We don't want to coop them up in a brooder. We want them to live as naturally as possible. So that's why we have that as well. So I'll take you from the other side. And you can see it's just one level area. We do have straw in there for them right now. That's getting ready to get cleaned out. Let's see if we can see a little better. They're doing great. They're getting really big. These are the incubator babies. So we, the quail was an experiment because, let me get you situated here. Quail was an experiment because I was not sure if my eggs were fertile yet or not. So only 4 of the quail eggs were fertile, which was good enough for me. The rest of them that were fertile that did not grow, it's because they've been sitting around for a few weeks. I had only had 1 quail at the time, so I was collecting eggs for a while. So they were either too old or they were not fertile. So 4 of those hatched out. We're excited about that. We'll hatch some more once they start laying. They should start laying in about 5 to 6 weeks. The other ones that we bought originally did not start laying until almost 14 weeks, and I think that's because they were stressed out from being bought, and because I didn't have what I thought I had. I had multiple males that were stressing my females out, and I didn't know that because I was new to all this. So there's that. But they're doing really good in here. They're trying to get away from me right now because they do not know what I'm holding in my hand. And normally we can just sit out here with them and they come right up to us, and they're used to us. So this is our outdoor brooder. Again, it is electrified. It does have heat source to it when necessary, but I really enjoy it. It's been a real blessing to have an outdoor brooder because, you know, I do try to keep my house clean as much as possible, and you know, it just got too much when we were hatching 20 to 30 chicks out all the time. It got to be a lot. It's a lot to have a lot of chicks indoors at one time. And you know, I needed something that was convenient for us. I'm not saying this is convenient for everyone. I'm not telling you to go build a mini coop, but I do want to give you this option because it is very simple, very low cost, very cost effective. and the only thing I had to do was run an extension cord out here to get it going. So there's that. It's our mini coop tour. I hope you enjoy it. If you have questions, ask. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. And if you have any questions about our little mini coop here, please feel free to ask as well. Happy homesteading.